Representative Louis Gohmert, long heralded for his politics of inclusion. He is a Texan, you'll be shocked to know. Louis Gohmert, that's number 2, JR.
The military is not a social experiment. We are sending them out there with a mission to protect this country. And if someone has to be overt about their sexuality, whether it's in a bunker where they're confined under fire, then it's a problem. And that's what repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell does. It says, I have to be overt. I don't care. I want this to be a social experiment. While we send men and women out in harm's way to lay down their lives for us, we don't care what you think. We don't care what word you were given by your leaders, that we do care what you think, and we'll incorporate that and we'll work with that. We're saying we're shoving this down your throat. We don't care.
That's my favorite part. the ovation. That doesn't happen a lot. We doctored that just a bit.
Just the ovation.
Yeah.
He lost his way. I couldn't even follow him. Yeah.
Well, I mean, first of all, these things often speak for themselves. There's not much we can say about them. They're infuriating. If you live in Tyler or Longview, Texas, you should be embarrassed by your representation in Congress. Just because we're not saying that you have to be overt. We're saying you should not have to be covert. That we are who we are. And it does not at all affect anything he was talking about. They're going out and they're in the bunker. Does he just, Louis Gohmert must think that gay people, they're in a bunker, they're just going to start having sex.
Wearing their sexuality on their sleeve. Look,
hitting on other people in the military.
I'm overtly heterosexual. I tell you what, if I were in the military, I'd restrain myself next to female soldiers.
Right, and if you didn't, you'd be kicked out, just like this person.
Yeah, and we're not, they're not, they don't, the sexuality is not different depending on your sexuality.
On your orientation.
Yeah, on your orientation.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's so offensive, but you just have to keep thinking back that when the Voting Rights Act was passed and this kind of chatter was had on the House floor, I am sure there were people that sounded as stupid and foolish and backwards as Louis Gohmert does. Louis Gohmert sounds like a moron. And one day people are going to listen and they're going to hear Louis Gohmert and they're going to think, you're going to have school children listening to Louis Gohmert saying, oh my God, what country is this?
Can I, JR, what happens if I, what happens if I play the thing marked "you white moron"? That's going to be okay? All right, I just wanted to make sure. So you can go ahead and say Louis Gohmert's a moron again.
Louis Gohmert is a moron.
You white moron.
Okay, there we go.
Louis Gohmert is yesterday's politics, and thankfully we have him out there saying those things.
It's yesterday's politics, and he only has 185 other guys in Congress standing next to him.
That's true, but that happened then, and these people will be looked at as fools one day. He has some friends. Let's go to Representative Todd Akin, Republican in Missouri.
We can hear from all of them.
Yeah, let's hear from everybody. Clip number 4, Representative Todd Akin of Missouri.
Are we going to then protect and condone homosexuality in the military? That is a big question, and how does that work out? And is this the way that we show respect for the people who are willing to offer their lives and their limbs for our country? Is this the sort of thing that George Washington or our founders would be proud of that we were doing today in this little quick flash before Memorial Day? And why are we wanting to do this? Well, to tickle the fancies of a very vocal but very small minority for political purposes. I will not betray my children or our armed services people just for mere politics.
You white moron.
Do we think tickle the fancy was intentional?
Well, shove it down their throats. That's what Louis Gohmert said.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Again,
you hear what? How are we offending? And first of all, he's saying a small but vocal minority that actually got it passed or got it repealed. I love that.
Yeah,
we're trying to appeal to a small but vocal minority, and then they passed it.
Yeah, that's right. But by the way, I missed shove it down their throat, and now tickle the. there's no way all of that's not intentional.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it is. I'm
I'm
not that
certain
skeptical. I'm not that skeptical. What I'm saying is these guys are idiots, and these guys. He's talking about protecting his family. They're risking life and limb, but the gay people that are in the service right now, they're not risking life and limb. I just hope one of these guys gets caught with a guy, a male prostitute in Washington somewhere, and I just would love the hypocrisy.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, all right, so go ahead.
Look at you with the manning the board.
Yeah.
You must be pretty proud of yourself.